Bitcoin is creating a massive rising wedge here, while at the same time creating a bearish divergence on the daily time frame. And after the ETF launched yesterday and the hype potentially is going to be drying out of it, we could potentially start to see the next move for Bitcoin potentially going down again here. So on today's video, I will talk about these most important patterns that I am currently watching, my price targets, my next trade that I will be taking here on Bitcoin, and many more stuff here. I will talk about the $4 billion inflow we had yesterday in Bitcoin spot ETFs and what this will mean in the future for Bitcoin. So without any further ado, don't forget to slap all that like button on today's update video, smash it back above 1,000 likes. That will be absolutely incredible. And with that being said, let me jump straight away in towards the content. And so first of all, guys, I want to be pointing out that I'm currently starting to get worried a little bit about the Bitcoin price action, but you have to understand, I am only going to be trading this, but with my spot wallet, with all my money invested in crypto, I am not going to be selling off anything. So looking at the imminent short term, Bitcoin is clearly creating that 1 hour support line, and I will be closely looking towards this level, because once we potentially break below this upper sloping support line, that is potentially the point where we could start to see some more sell pressure is going to be entering the market. And what you have to understand is that right now, since the ETF on Bitcoin got accepted, we did more than 4.5 billion US dollars in volume in the first days, smashing the expectations of 4 billion US dollars first of all. But moments later, Bank of America, they banned the Bitcoin spot ETF, what is of course absolutely incredible, and that is totally not what freedom means in my opinion. They're not even letting their customers invest on what they are believing in. So after that happened, Bitcoin saw a slight move towards the downside again here, but basically things are settling down right now here, and Bitcoin is just still trading around 46,000 US dollars, what in my opinion is quite a good thing. But you have to understand that I said this numerous times before. I said if it wasn't for the Bitcoin spot ETF, I would have been bearish in this region for Bitcoin, since the price action we're currently creating is just looking like typical bearish price action, and that this is just a top that we're currently forming here in the market. And to be very honest, to let me quickly prove this by on-chain data, there is right now also a signal that right now is clearly indicating that this is potentially a point where we're going to be having the mid-cycle top here. Because last time around, back towards the previous cycle in 2019, we also saw the Bitcoin price action topping out, moving down here, then having that Bitcoin halving, and then started the massive run towards the upside. So if something like that were to be happening towards Bitcoin, I wouldn't be panicking, but I would approach this as an opportunity, and that is still a likely scenario that could be happening. And you have to understand that currently about 94% of all the Bitcoin wallets that are out there are currently in profit. So if someone were to be selling anything, yeah, the price could be dropping down a little bit quicker than we have been expecting. And so of course those are two very important things I needed to be pointing out here. But currently, looking at the imminent short term, we are indeed creating a rising wedge pattern here, and a rising wedge pattern is a typical bearish bias pattern, and it has a price target of the beginning of the wedge here. So I have set up some numerous levels that I'm currently looking at, and I'm going to be pointing out these levels where I'm looking at. I am looking to be buying in towards long positions, because yes, I personally think we could get a slight pullback before having that massive run up towards the upside again here. And if we are going to be having that pullback, I would take that opportunity with both hands here. So if Bitcoin were to be breaking down, honestly, my price target is sitting around 40.5k towards 43.5k. So in my opinion, I don't think that 43.5k is going to be a very good range to be accumulating already, but 40.5k is going to be my level where I want to be opening up bigger positions. So those are the levels that I'm currently looking at. And of course, here on the even bigger perspective, you can see all my support levels here on the lower side. I'm going to be trading Bitcoin if it comes down towards these levels. I'm going to be looking for long positions to trade Bitcoin even higher. And of course, the reason why I think that potentially Bitcoin could go down here is that, of course, on the daily time frame, we're seeing massive momentum loss here. And not only on the daily, but also on the 12-hour time frame, we are seeing massive momentum loss here. And to be very honest, if Bitcoin just breaks above the rising wedge here and continue even higher, that will be, of course, an absolutely plausible situation as well here. Because if you're looking at Bitcoin right now, you can currently see that Bitcoin is indeed going parabolic. We are literally in a parabolic run up towards the upside right now here. So indeed, it could even continue further on here. But to be very honest, I want to be pointing out that with my trades, I want to be seeing Bitcoin go down a little bit further before opening up my massive positions. So I am a little bit worried about the price action right now. Looking at the liquidity heat map, we can't currently spot a massive amount of liquidity either above or below us. But looking at the funding rates, we can also currently see that they're still negative to neutral. So that also really means that it is not necessarily signaling that this is necessarily the top. And of course, if more people are going to be thinking, oh, this is the top, so we need to be short selling Bitcoin right here, of course, at that point, we're just going to be going higher. But right now, I'm still seeing a lot of euphoria in the market. And I want to be pointing out here is that it won't be necessarily bad, and it won't also not surprise me to see Bitcoin first dump towards the downside, because you have to understand right now, since the Bitcoin spot ETF is accepted, Wall Street is involved, and Wall Street likes to FUD you. Wall Street like to fool you, and they are going to be trying to suppress the price action of Bitcoin to be buying more Bitcoin themselves, of course. So don't be fooled for what is about to be happening right here. And of course, if you want to be trading Bitcoin, you could currently do so on BYBIT. First of all, you could claim a $40,000 deposit bonus if you sign up an account using that link below, and without the link, it's only 400. And on top of that, guys, if you sign up an account using the link below, you could claim a free $1,000 trade. And that is super simple to claim, because all you need to do for that is literally sign up an account using the link below, complete KYC level 1, deposit $100 in your first 7 days, and you could be claiming this insane deposit bonus that basically is absolutely massive, because it's a $1,000 trade that you're getting for depositing $100. It's a massive thing here, and you could be trading it. And of course, if you can't complete KYC, make sure to go to bitfinex, where you can trade without KYC, and on top of that, they're giving you 10% cashback on everything you're depositing. So make sure to check it out as well. I mean, going further in towards the contents, we do know that if this is going to be a mid-cycle top that we're currently sitting in, it could be possible. Why is because currently we're sitting at massive resistance, and I said this yesterday as well. If we break above this level, $52,000 is going to be my next resistance. But you have to understand that I literally drew this liquidity or this resistance heat map all the way back around $20,000, and 46.8k is just a massive level for Bitcoin to break above of. And you can see already that we're struggling a little bit here. And once again, if we were to be seeing any correction, I mean, for Bitcoin, sometimes we see 20 to 30% corrections. Let's say we are going to be getting a correction back down to $36,000. Some people will most likely once again panic extremely hard here and saying, oh, it is over, it all flopped. But to be very honest, I would see that as an opportunity of a lifetime. So I truly hope Bitcoin is actually going to be seeing a big retracement, because if we're going to see a big retracement on Bitcoin, it will allow me to see and buy more Bitcoin. And of course, that is a thing that I want here. And I mean, historically speaking, if we're looking at all these big events that so far happened in Bitcoin in terms of companies or ETFs or futures ETFs, we can currently clearly see that, of course, in the previous all-time high of the 2 year, so in the 2018 bull market, we saw that the top was marked by the CME futures launching. Then in 2021, we saw the first top was marked due to the Coinbase IPO. And then the exact bull market top was formed after the futures ETF launched. And I mean, a spot ETF is a little bit more bullish than a futures ETF. But honestly, this is once again a gigantic thing. And we have seen a significant amount of weekly green candles in a row. And honestly, it won't be surprised for me if we are going to see some downside, because the hype is going to be exiting the market a little bit here. And then after that, in approximately 92 days from now on, we're going to be having the Bitcoin halving. And I think that if we are going to be having the Bitcoin halving, we are going to be seeing the next bull market is going to get initiated again. But I don't necessarily think that this is necessarily the time already. We should be saying the bull market is starting. Of course, you could say this is the beginning of the bull market, but I think the most exponential gains are still yet to come here. And if there were to be a retest or a move towards the downside, it will be an opportunity that I would take with both hands here. So this was it for me in today's update video. I truly hope you did learn anything from it. We are indeed creating a massive bearish divergence, and I will be closely looking towards this rising wedge pattern, because if Bitcoin breaks the upper sloping support line of this rising wedge pattern, then we are expecting that Bitcoin, of course, is going to see some more downside. So guys, make sure to share this video with your friends and family if you learned anything from it. But as well, don't forget to slap that like button on today's video. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out. Goodbye.